At the state capitol, the debate over changes set to come to the state's minimum wage and sick leave systems hit another milestone today. The Republican-led House voting to pass bills meant to, in their view, fix some of those changes before they take effect. 13 on Your Side political reporter Josh Alberta spoke with a business owner about those changes.
This is my passion. This is something that we're extremely proud of.
John O'Connor co-founded Long Road Distillers on Leonard in Grand Rapids. Now with multiple locations and a staff, he says, of roughly 35 employees this time of year.
It's my whole world.
Now, nearly a decade later, he's been watching something very closely.
I mean, I get phone calls and text messages every day asking, what's the update? Where's things at? How's this going to play out?
That something he's watching, debate and a looming deadline. A state Supreme Court ruling out last summer after a lawsuit brought by groups like Unfair Wage is set to make big changes to the state's minimum wage and sick time systems come February. The revived language would change sick time accruals for businesses of certain sizes and phase out the state's tip credit that currently allows employers to only pay tipped employees a percentage of the state minimum wage as long as tips make up the rest.
We've had this on our horizon to say, how do we deal with this? And we still don't have a solution to how we're going to deal with it.
The new language would also raise the minimum wage to nearly $15 an hour in the coming years. He thinks raising the minimum wage is responsible, but eliminating the tip credit is not.
We want to ensure that our employees do make a fair and living wage, but I think this is a solution to a problem that doesn't exist.
But it's not just his business he's concerned about. O'Connor telling us he's also the president of the Michigan Craft Distillers Association.
I represent, in one of my roles as the president of the Michigan Craft Distillers Association, some 40 other businesses that do a similar thing to what we do here at Long Road in Michigan. And I've gotten no feedback from any of my members that they're supportive of the one fair wage changes.
On Thursday, the Republican-led House acting on what they feel will be solutions.
The bill has passed.
The Republican-backed plan, passed with bipartisan support and now on its way to the Senate, would raise the minimum wage to $15 an hour in the coming years, but keep the tip credit at 38% for those tipped workers. A Democratic package in the Senate also being put forth with some differences. O'Connor thinks both approaches have some merit and hopes a compromise can be reached to preserve businesses like his.
And Josh joins us now in the newsroom. Josh, what did those opposed to today's bills have to say?
And Julia, while these bills were bipartisan today, many Democratic lawmakers reeling against one or both. They believe the bills pull back on larger benefits that would be had in terms of sick time accruals and minimum wage increases in the future under the changes set for next month. If no bills are passed by February 21st, the language revived by the Supreme Court's order will then go into effect until something changes.
All right, Josh, thanks so much for that.